Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It is Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I'm so happy to be with you here today for my weekly simple and stepped up stamping. This is my second time I come to you each week. I come every week on Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Central Time. And that means, you just kind of go, it's 1 p.m. Mountain Time, it's 12 p.m. Pacific Time, and it's 3 p.m. Pacific Time. How's that? I was just working with I was working with the time zones for another group I'm part of that I do training for. Hey, Melissa, I'm glad you're with me here today. So I come to you twice every week. Tuesday is Teach Me Tuesday. Thursday is simple and stepped up, and I have something fun to share with you today. We're working once again with welcoming woods, and I think you're going to really enjoy what I have for you. Hey, Barb, I'm so glad you're here. We are going to start out with just stamps, ink, and paper. We're going to step it up just a tiny, tiny little bit. Not much, but I think we're going to make some wow, a little bit of wow impact with some blending brushes. So I've got to get right on the ball today because, like I said, I'm doing some training. For those of you who are unaware, my name is Candy, and I am the leader of Southern Sweet Stampers. Barb is actually part of my team. She's on here today. And one of the things that my team enjoys is free weekly training from 5 top demonstrators. And that's if you want to grow a business at all, if you want to gather some customers, if you want to be able to craft for free, or if you want to build a career like I have, we have free training for you. Hi, Gail, I'm glad you're here. So that is just a really fun perk, a really valuable perk for my team. And so it's my turn to train today. So there's 5 of us, and we each take a week during the month, and that way our teams, we do this, all 5 of us join our teams on that page, and that way people get a little different perspective and different ideas. And okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down, and we are going to get stamping. Hopefully that was a pretty easy, I'm hoping that was an easy transition and not too funky for you. Let me just make sure I'm in camera range and see if my lighting is working well today, or if it's a little bit too bright. I've been working on getting better lighting for my Facebook Lives. So I actually have my light. Hopefully that's not too bright. Let's see. I don't think that really helps. Okay. So let me take just a moment to share with you my class by mail this month. And every month I run a class, and it is called Cards with a Twist. And that is because I take 4 designs and make 2 of each cards, but each pair of cards has a little twist on it. So the twist is just kind of a fun way. I'm not sure which is better. Well, we'll just keep working with it and see how we get on. The twist is a fun way to stamp to me. So let me show you what I mean. This, we always make 8 cards with 1 stamp set. So this is the stamp set we're using, Happy Holidays. And I've got it clear. See, I keep still there. That seems to take it out. Okay. Seems like it's a bit too bright. Okay. Bear with me, please. Okay. So this is my Cards with a Twist, and we do a fun fold each time, and this is my fun fold for October. And then this is the second version of the same card. So that's what I mean, cards with a twist. Hi, Jackie. I'm glad you're here with me. And happy Thursday to you as well. So here is, that's pair number 1. Here is, well, let's see. These are all mixed up, I think. Here's pair number 2. So sometimes my twist involves changing the designer paper. Sometimes we change, which is I think the only thing we changed on this one. Sometimes we change all kinds of things. So let me show you what I mean. This one is actually, all I did on this one was I flipped this piece of designer series paper over for this one. So they both use the, what's it called? Wintry embossing folder. I don't know if you can see all that really, really pretty embossing on there. I love these embossing folders. And my class comes to you with all of these die cuts done for you, all this embossing done for you. And then last but not least, this card that features this lovely holly border punch, which is what I was showcasing on Teach Me Tuesday this week. So really fun cards. This is actually done with the white velvet paper, which I really, really love. And so that is Cards with a Twist. It is open for registration for about another week, and then we have already started preparing this class, getting it ready for the mail. So make sure you don't miss out on that. It's a $35 class. It comes with shipping, and it comes with a half a pack of this gorgeous Whimsy and Wonder Designer Series paper. You get a full pack of these lovely pastel pearls, and you get a half a roll of this gorgeous mint macaron velvet ribbon, which I think is a little bit of a sleeper item in our main catalog. So that is Cards with a Twist. Let's get stamping. Is Facebook messing up? It looks like. Am I still with you? Yeah, okay, I think it just kind of hung for a second. Okay, so let me start with Welcoming Woods, super fun stamp set. And I did something with this. Let's see if I can lay my hand to it quickly. Probably can't. Okay, let's see. Nope. Here we go. This was Simple and Stepped Up from last Thursday. So this was my simple stamping card, stamp, ink, and paper. And then this was my Stepped Up. And all we did was we added a little bit of this really cute plaid designer series paper, and then a little bit of gold ribbon and some of these brushed metallic dots. That was all the stepping up we did. So just super simple and really, really pretty fall cards. So this time we are going to do, we're going to change seasons. Ooh, let me get some new paper over here. We're going to change seasons. There we go. And we're going to go winter. Hey, Valerie, I'm glad you are here. And yeah, this stamp set is super fun to use. If you love stamping, Welcoming Woods is definitely a stamp set you're going to want. Now, for World Card Making Day, I had a live event and I had an online event. And at my live event, I had a free card for everybody. And then there was a class you could do as well. So my free card was what I'm going to show you right here. And so we took one of these basic white note cards. These come already folded, not folded, they come scored for you. And these are really affordable. They mail for a single stamp, and they're just a really nice size to work with. So we did a winter scene. I've got a whole box of different inks here for you today. We're going to play with a lot of inks. So we're going to start simple, and we're going to go with Sahara Sand. And I'm going to take the large birch truck. Sorry, this was sticking. This birch trees stamp, and I'm going to turn it upside down, which is the easiest way to ink up a stamp when it's really large like this. And now I am going to make sure that my trees are going in the right direction. This is a directional stamp, so you need to make sure of that. And then I'm just going to center this. And because it's a photopolymer stamp, I need to make sure that I am holding my ink in place for a couple of seconds, and then voila. Now I'm going to take the Snowflake Stamp because you can do various seasons with welcoming woods. And I'm going to take my, oh, I was using the wrong color ink. No wonder. Let me get my balmy blue ink. That's why it was looking a little different. Balmy blue ink. And I'm going to stamp a couple of these little snowflakes. This is balmy blue and this is Sahara sand. And then I'm going to take just a little strip of balmy blue cardstock and I'm going to ink up this lovely sentiment that says, every season brings its own wonder. Now I'm going to share with you something that my friend Michelle shared when we were at our card making event. She said, wouldn't this make a perfect Hanukkah card? Because you've got the blues and you have the season, but you don't have a Merry Christmas on there. And I thought that was just a terrific idea. Now, when I do this little flag, I like to use this tailored tag punch. This is my absolute favorite way to make flags. And I make a lot of flags. It's a really easy little way to step up a card without really, it's just your cardstock, But instead of having to hand flag it, my favorite way is to use the tailored tag punch, turn it upside down, feed your label in there to see where the ink is, and then I need to come away from that because I don't want to get too close to the ink. And then I have a perfect flag every single time. It is just the biggest time saver, and you will use the heck out of this punch. Now I'm going to take a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals, quick, easy, and I'm going to pop this right here. Where should I put it? I think I'm going to put it there. Every season has its wonder. Now, once I've placed my tag, if I want to, I can always come back in and add a few more snowflakes, and I think I also am going to add a few on the inside. And then I have this super quick note card. I am going to add a couple of snowflakes to my envelope. And I'm just going to go like this. And then I'm going to bring another one across like that. Okay. And then, last but not least, I am going to add a couple of little rhinestones. Rhinestones are the perfect embellishment. It's the first embellishment I recommend for newer stampers because they're only $5 and they're so versatile. You can do so much with rhinestones. You can color them. They go with just about everything imaginable. And so I love to use rhinestones. Now, you could add more. In fact, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to bring them away from the actual snowflake so that I have light coming, but I'm not trying to actually bring it into the snowflake. There we go. Okay. Quick and easy. Let me know, you guys tell me if my lighting is super, super bright or if it's okay today, because I've been kind of playing with it a little bit. Okay, so there's my quick and easy, super easy card. Now we're going to step it up a little bit. So let's see what we can do, and I think I was originally going to do this on, let's do it on a card. Okay, let's make a full-size card. So that means that I am going to take a piece of basic white cardstock. And once again, I'm going to use my Sahara Sand ink, and I'm going to ink up this lovely birch tree stamp. I love the way this stamp comes out because it has like texturing in it, and it already gives you that look of texture and shading. It's already done for you, and these are just lovely. Oh, my lighting is fine, but I keep pausing. Yeah, that must be a Facebook thing, because it's definitely not on my end. We're going to step this up a little bit in a couple of ways. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this funky looking stamp that is part of the stamp set. And this is going to give me a little bit of ground. So this is going to allow me to have a, what's the word I'm looking for? A horizon line. So what you do is you line this up. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Here we go. Yep, there we go, right there. I think I'm doing it right this time. Phooey. Let's see. It's easier actually when you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start here. It's easier when you do it this way. So I'm going to start here, and then I'm going to bring the trunks in on top of that, and that is the way that I have found it's easiest. So I do appreciate your feedback, Valerie. I can change lighting, but I can't change the Facebook. That I can't do. I'm not sure why it's doing that today. Okay, so now you can see where I've got the gaps, and that's where I'm going to place my trees, right in between those gaps. And I think I got it right. Let's see. Voila. Nope. Ay, ay, ay. The best laid plans. Well, let me try again on this one and see if I can do it this way. Part of it is, you know, when I'm doing Facebook Live, I stamp upside down. There we go. I think we might be cooking here. Oh yeah, there we go. That's right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now we're there. Okay, so I've got my ground there. Looks pretty good. Probably could be lined up a little bit better, but I'm going to go with it. Now I'm going to add a little bit of ink. And the way I'm going to do that, because I'm going to make a little bit of a wintry scene, I'm going to bring my Balmy Blue cardstock back in here, and I have a blending brush, and I'm just going to add a little bit of color here and give myself a little bit of sky. And it's going to really add some oomph to my stamped image. And I'm not going to add any down here because I'm going to actually add some more Sahara sand down there. Now, to give myself a little bit more depth, I'm going to bring in my Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to add this down a little bit closer to my horizon line. Oopsie, the tool is rolling. And that is going to give me a little bit of depth down there at the bottom of my scene. There we go. That's coming together nicely. And I do like the two shades of blue. I think they make a big, big difference. Now I'm going to bring my Sahara sand back in, and you'll see how my horizon line is going to look even better once I add a little bit of ground, as it were, a little bit of kind of soil down here. And that's going to be my wintry scene. Okay, that's actually looking really nice. I love these blending brushes. They're really affordable. They were on major back order when we first came out with them with the new catalog. But we've, you know, our supply has caught up. I'm sure you're all aware of supply chain issues throughout the country in just about every industry. I know that if you're doing any kind of home working on a home right now. My sister-in-law is building a house, and oh my goodness, the delays have been amazing. not amazingly and good, amazingly frustrating, just because things are so delayed. Now that is my stepping up. What we've done here is we've added a piece of balmy blue behind us, and we've also added a panel of cardstock, and we've done some more ink with our blending brushes. So let's keep going with this and see what else we can do. I think one thing I want to do is grab a, just for comparison's sake, let's see what happens if we put this on Misty Moonlight. Just a different look, you know. I think I'm going to stick with the balmy blue, but it looks good with the Misty Moonlight too. I'll see if you guys have anything to say about that. Now, I'm thinking we might want to add another little layer behind there. And maybe we're going to add, let's see, should we add black? Should we add navy? What should we add? Because I think it needs a little frame. Or maybe just a little piece. You know, sometimes I like to put just a little piece of cardstock there. You like the Misty Moonlight? Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Do we need that? No. With the Misty Moonlight, I don't think we need more blue. That's just too dark. So let's keep that there. Now there, let's just check for Night of Navy. That's another idea, but I think it's, yeah, I think we're going to go with Misty Moonlight. And I think we're just going to go with it right like that. Super simple. Let's keep it simple. Okay, now we're going to add in our snowflakes. So we're going to bring back in our balmy blue for the snowflakes. Balmy blue snowflakes. They're so pretty. I love this stamp. And now I have my really pretty wintry scene. And so I've stepped up by adding a layer there. And I've also added some blending brushes with some more inks. Now let's see if we want to add a little bit of stamping here and here and here and here, so that now when we put our stamp down, or our stamped image, our little focal piece, now there's a little something in the background. Now, what I thought about doing is adding a little bit of ribbon. I don't know if this is going to work or not, so let's try it and see what we think. This is that shimmery white, what's it called? Glittered organdy. This is the white version of the black one that we've had for quite a while. So it's really pale. Oh, I kind of like that. I'm going to wait for you to tell me what you think. But I think that's kind of pretty. I think we could do it maybe right there, right above, right smack in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and cut this, and we'll see if I've got a consensus on whether we should add this. And then I'm either going to add some rhinestones, or the other way I thought we could set this up would be to add some of these lovely, lovely sequins. These are so pretty. They're a little bit trickier to adhere, but they are so pretty. So I think that, okay, Melissa's liking it. You are the one who is designing with me today. I appreciate the input so much. Let's see, it's down here. So I'm just putting some seal. Seal's actually really good adhesive to adhere ribbon ends on the back. So I'm just going to go like so. And then I'm going to pop this up. No, I'm not going to pop it up. I'm going to lay it flat because I'm going to do my greeting popped up. And this time, yeah, I think we'll just do the same. We'll do the same sentiment. Every season has its beauty, I think. That's what it says. So let's bring in our little strip again. And this, and there's our little strip. And I think that because we brought in this darker blue, let's go ahead and stamp it this time in the Misty Moonlight to have a little bit stronger contrast and a little bit more of a tie-in with what we're doing here. So let's go like so. Every season brings its own wonder. Isn't that lovely? I like it. Okay, so that, oh, you know what? That's going to end up covering all of my pretty, well, I think it's okay. Once I flag the end, I don't want to cover up all my pretty, oh, you like the ribbon? Okay, Jackie, yay. If I don't have the right color ribbon, yes, you can use your blends. Exactly. This particular ribbon works really well with adding color. So I do appreciate that. You know, the other thing I might just add there, I wonder if I just need white. Sometimes just a little bit of white. Let's see if a little strip of white, that is going to be a better fit. Sorry, my cabinet was slamming shut. Let's see what it looks like with white, because we've got a lot of color on here now. We might need a little bit of a lift. Ooh, did I just, yeah, I just moved my stamp. Here we go. How am I doing on time? Oh, I'm doing great on time. Woohoo. You know, simple stamping doesn't take much time. And this Misty Moonlight is one of our end colors that was introduced last year, and it's really lovely. We don't have anything like this color. It's a little bit lighter than a denim. I don't know. What do we think? I'm going to see what you guys think while I'm trimming that down, and then we're going to stick it, and then we're going to talk about, we could use those sequins. We could also use these sequins, and then, oh, let's do sequins and rhinestones. Oh, I just figured it out. Okay, ladies, we are going to bling this up. Let's get my little mini chopper, and I am going to bring this down a little bit because I'm not sure if I'm going to use this, but if I do, it needs to be brought down a bit. It's a little bit too wide. My tummy's rumbling because I haven't eaten lunch yet. So let's go ahead. Probably could be brought down just a little bit more, but okay, let's feed this in and let's flag this baby. Flag that. And now, let's see. Do we like the white or do we like the blue? So I'm going to let you guys decide on that, and while you're deciding on that, I'm going to bring my ribbon back in. If I can locate it, here we go. I'm going to put a little knot on the side here because we want a little bit more of this ribbon. And this one has a lot of stiffness to it, and so you typically can just tie a single knot and it will stay. It almost has like a wire in it. It doesn't have wire, but it's kind of like that wired ribbon that you can get like for home decor. And it has a lot of body and a fair bit of stiffness, so it really will hold its shape. You like both, but maybe the blue one is better. I think you're right. So let's go ahead and put this down, and then I think that this is going to look really pretty with some, let me show you what I haven't done in a while, and that is sequin rhinestone combo. If you like shine, like I like shine, it's like ultimate shine. So here we go. This is going to go here, and I think I'm going to bring it all the way to the edge. Every season brings its own wonder. I'm liking it, liking it. Now let's bring in some of these. These are the art, what do they call these? Sequins are called artistic, something like that. Artistic something. They actually carried over from the from the annual catalog last year. So the sequins just bring a lot of really nice soft shine, and then we have the shine from the ribbon. Now we are going to, wait for it, we are going to put a sequin in the middle, not a sequin, a rhinestone in the middle of the sequin. And then we get double shine and a real wow impact. What do we think? What do we think? Definitely stepped up, but not difficult. You know, this was an easy step up. We just added a little bit of embellishment, added an extra layer, put a colored card base underneath, and I'm looking for my original card. It's probably right in front of me. Here's the ones from last week, and then I've got just a moment to be able to show you one more thing. I can't find my original card that I just stamped. There's the envelope. Okay, Candy, where did you put it? Where did you put it, girl? Oh, Barbara, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I think it's very pretty too. Well, I will locate, here it is. So they're simple and they're stepped up. These are the fall cards, simple and stepped up from last week. This week we did a wintry scene and we added the blending brushes and some ink. I wanted to show you one more simple before I leave you and go to my next little engagement. I wanted to show you one more fun thing that I think would be a great way to use these little note cards as well. Got one more here. Let's just do it really quick, because I think we can get in a third project. Let's live dangerously. Let's go for it. Okay, so let's bring in, once again, the birch trees, and we do need our foam mat underneath, because when you're using the photopolymer stamps, particularly when you have a large stamp like this, you really do need that cushion underneath you. So let's ink this up really well with my Sahara Sand. Sahara Sand is a cool beige, so it's a really good color to have. It's not as warm as crumb cake. It's a little bit lighter and it's also cooler. So let's do this, and again, I'm using a basic white note card, and this time I'm going to use my blending brushes, but I'm not going to add a layer or anything like that. I'm going to keep it super, super simple. I am going to bring in my falling leaves once again. We're going to do a little something, something here. Let's bring in our leaves. And let's do, that was pumpkin pie. Let's do a little bit of Cajun craze. And let's bring in our, oh no, this isn't Cajun craze. I think this is Mary Merlot. What am I using? I think I'm using Mary Merlot. I like it. Yeah, it is Mary Merlot. Now, this time, I'm going to bring in, let me see if I can get this horizon line a little better this time. Let's try the horizon line one more time. See if Candy can do it a little better. And then we're going to bring the blending brushes right on top of, haha, am I there? Nope. Haha, there we go. Yes. Are we there? I think that's going to work pretty well. Okay, I'm going to bring in the blending brushes. we've got a little bit of horizon line there. I'm going to bring the blending brushes right on top of the this note card, and I'm going to use a little bit of pumpkin pie and a little bit of mango melody. We're going to start with mango melody because it's the lighter color, and I'm going to bring it up a little bit high. Grab another brush. For me, the way I've been using my blending brushes is I use one per shade, or I shouldn't say that, one per color. So I'm doing like one for the oranges and one for the blues. I don't have a blending brush for every single color. So this is Mango Melody, and it's giving me a really nice glow. Think of a harvest glow. And then I'm going to come in with a pumpkin pie, which is definitely a deeper shade of orange. Mango Melody reminds me of butternut squash, so I think it's a great color for fall. It's a little bit lighter and kind of brings a brightness. So this is giving me like a beautiful sunset color, and I'm liking it a lot. Now I'm going to come back in with my Sahara sand and bring in a little bit more on the bottom again. Like I said, this is a stamp set. This is Welcoming Woods, and you definitely need to add it to your order. I have a great host code. Let me bring in my host code so you can see it. With every $50 you spend this month, I have celebration rewards for you, because although celebration is over with Stampin' Up!, I collected some extra celebration rewards just for you, so that when you are placing orders in October, you can continue to get some celebration items. So all you have to do is email me with your, and let me know what you want, and I can give you the celebration choices if you don't remember what they were. But I'm thinking you might have a little list going. And we come back in with a little bit more of this Mango Melody right up at the top. And then you're going to be amazed what I'm going to add next. Let's just bring this all the way up. Just give it color all the way up. Okay, now I am going to probably add it a little bit more than I should have there. But, you know, c'est la vie. It's a handmade card. It's okay. I'm going to bring in another stamp set that I've really enjoyed, and that is the Little Delights. And we are going to bring in the bats from the Little Delights and see what we can do here. Here are the bats. We have our little fall scene. It's over here. And again, I've got my foam mat underneath me. Now you see, for me, the sun is setting, and guess what's coming out? The bats are coming out. Make sure I've got plenty of black ink on there. The bats are coming out. Look at there. I think that's super fun. And then I need just a little piece of cardstock, and I think, let's see if we can find a little piece of Mango Melody. I think that is going to be just the ticket there. And let's just do a little thin strip of Mango Melody. You can see why I'm telling you, you need to have this Welcoming Woods. Super fun stamp set to use. I'm going to also bring in a greeting from my Little Delights. This is another one. Super great stamp set for this time of year, and actually will take you all the way through your winter holidays and even give you some birthday greetings. Ghoulish Delights, indeed. Ghoulish Delights. Whoopsie. There it is. Am I straight? Not totally. Let's try again. You know, sometimes when you use this really thin block, depending on the size of your stamp, it can be a little bit you get a little bit of a, like a prism effect, and you can make it a little bit funky with your eyes. Okay, let's flag this over here. Candy is almost done. 3 cards done and dusted and super cute. Here we go. Let's pop this on here. Ghoulish Delights. Look how sweet. Now, I think this would be a great card to send this time of year. You have the rest of October to send this card, and we are only on the 7th. We're only in the first week, so you have plenty of time to continue to send your Halloween-themed cards. You have the whole month of October. Somewhere in here, I have some dimensionals. Oh, you know what I can do? Should I put the leaves or should I put the bats on my little card, on my little envelope? Ay, ay, ay. Where are my dimensionals? Here they are, underneath the rhinestones. Okay. So here we go. I've got my leaves are falling, and I have my bats coming out because the sun's going down. And what happens when the sun goes down? The bats come out. Ghoulish Delights. I mean, that is simple stamping. That is stamp, ink, and paper only. There's nothing else on there whatsoever. What I could do, I probably should just leave it alone. Am I straight? Sometimes when I'm upside down, I can't tell. Let me bring it right side up for just a minute, and then I'm straighter. I think it's pretty cute. So there's my little extra. That's my bonus card for today. And let's go back to, I was doing wintry scenes. Let's pull the paper out from underneath because that's going to mess with our eye. That really needs to be tossed. So here we go with our simple, and then our stepped up. Put it over here. We go left to right, simple, and then stepped up stamping with Welcoming Woods, using Balmy Blue, and then we added Misty Moonlight on our stepped up card. And then we did a bonus card, and the bonus card is right here by just using the same stamp set, but we added in the little delights. These are both photopolymer stamps, super affordable, and bats on the envelope. Okay, let me do that. Don't forget, I have a host code here for you, and if you're looking to add Welcoming Woods to your order, let me give you the number of the stamp set is let me show it to you here. It's 156550. I do think this is a stamp set for everybody should have. This is a great beginner stamp set, but it's such a fun stamp set. I've been stamping for quite a while now. And it is just a super, super fun stamp set to use. Here is my envelope, and Kathy, I think you're absolutely spot on with the bats on the envelope, because I love to do a little something that's unexpected. That's part of the fun of a handmade card. You know, it's very apparent that this did not come from Walmart or Hallmark. This came from my little hands. My little hands have made this super cute card. I love it. So, I mean, this is a stamp, ink, and paper card. And, oh, I'm glad you like the bonus card, Jackie. I was just, I was bringing stuff together, and I thought, why don't we just add bats to that and make a fall card, add the bats, and then you have a totally different look. And then here is our original super simple stamping. And if you're a demonstrator, this is a great card to do with. This was my free card. It has just a, where did my rhinestones go? Lord have mercy. I must have knocked them off in my box, and I was throwing them around in there. Let's see if, I will say, sometimes you need to just press your rhinestones a little bit and not just press them on. This is super affordable. If you need to make a lot of cards, this is super affordable, because these little note cards, you get 20 cards that are pre-scored and envelopes for $7. It's an incredible, incredible deal. So if you wanted to make a bunch of cards with your Sunday school class, with your Girl Scout troop, with your grandkids, the note cards and envelopes are a really good way to do that. If you did that in the next little while, you could do some fall cards and some winter cards, because we're only just now getting into fall. September the 21st was officially the first day. We're only like 3 weeks into fall. So we have plenty more time to do cards like this. And let me remind you, this was our simple stamping from last week. So you can make fall birthday cards. And then this is our stepped up from last week. So a little fancier fall birthday card. This is great for guys and gals. These as well. These are good for any, for boys and girls. And so I'm glad you like these. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that so much. And let me bring back in one more quick view of our stepped up. So yeah, we made 3 great cards today in very little time and very little supplies, These are stamps, ink, and paper. I added a few rhinestones here and sequins and ribbon. Just simple little embellishments to step it up. Again, one of my absolute must-haves for every stamper, whether you're a new stamper or you're a veteran stamper, is the tailored tag punch. And again, that item number is 145667. It should be in your stamping tools. And once again, if you didn't see it before, there is my host code, and I am doing celebration rewards with every $50 spend through October. Okay, well, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been fun stamping with you, and I love simple stamping, and that's what we do every Thursday. So be sure to tune in here on Thursdays, and I would also be very open to suggestions. So I think last week, Susie's not here today, but last Thursday, I was kind of toying around with what I was going to do this week, and Susie was the one who said, why don't you do a wintry scene with the birch trees? So that's the direction I went today, and that was totally because one of my viewing audience suggested it. So if you have suggestions, I would love to hear them. Remember, I am on Tuesday for Teach Me Tuesday, where we learn something a little bit more in depth, and then Thursdays we do simple and we step it up just a wee bit. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, this is Candy Rattray. I am at sweetstamper.com, and I so appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Take care, and God bless.